What are you doing, dog? You okay? Hey, you guys. I'm about to change this dingy nail polish I had on and put on some fun colors for Halloween. I thought I would do something to perk myself up. I usually have on fake nails. I enjoy the shit out of them. I didn't even get into stuff like that until 4 years ago, maybe. I don't know. 2019, 2020. Nails my mom had given me, and they were really cute. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try this, because usually I just do my own nails. Paint, glitter, whatever, keep them short, roll on out. And I did the fake ones, pressed on with the glue, and I was like, oh shit. Okay. A whole different vibe going on here. Shit. Clickety clack. Well, fuck it, you know. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, and they weren't expensive. These were just like dollar store nails, okay? Walgreens, Walmart. You can get, especially at Walgreens, CVS, places like that, drugstores. You can get really nice nails that are already done with the jewels and all that stuff. $20, get you some good glue. I have always had good results from nails and not had to go into the salon where women are apparently paying, I don't know, 50, 80, $100 to have their nails done. I guess those nails stay on longer, maybe for 2 and 3 months at a time. I don't know, but I really wouldn't want the same nail for that long. I would get so bored with that. So it works fine for me to do the cheap shit. Yeah, I can just buy like a whole pack of dollar store clear nails. That way, and the glue, and that way I can do whatever I want to those nails. I've got, you name it, I've got it. I've got jewels. I've got stickers. I've got glitter top coats. Whatever the hell. I see a lot of talent online when it comes to nails. And I will admit, some of it looks preposterous. I mean, they have literally just gone insane with it, okay? I've seen people with lollipops stuck on their nail. I mean, I've seen it all. One video, a dude was actually making fun of women with long fake nails, and he had everything from like a fork glued to one finger, and then he had a toilet paper roll glued to this one, and he had different things on all of his fingers to mock fingernails, and it was just insane. Anyway, I like them. They're fun. And I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to do it. So anyway, today though, I'm just fixing to keep it simple. I have got these colors that I'm going to do for Halloween. Since it is the season. Here's my little nail polish bucket. It's not anything fancy. It is what it is. I have more nail stuff up there. My fake nails and jewels and stuff that go on them and all that stuff and glue. But yeah, I'm just going to keep it simple. I thought I would slap some nail polish on. And I was just sitting here thinking about, I was watching Steve-O, his YouTube channel, and listening to him talk about teeth. And, you know, I love Steve-O's honesty. I love his authenticity. He's just fucking Steve-O. He's just who he is, okay? He'll sit there and talk to you about his fucked up teeth. He'll sit there and talk to you about all the crazy shit he's done. And I love how he can just be forthcoming about who he is. His wrongs, his mistakes, his insecurities. And that, in being that way and being able to be that way, that is what helps him carry on in life with some kind of confidence, you know? Anyway, it just got me to thinking about stuff and life in general. And he talked about how his teeth had plagued him since he was a young guy, a young kid. He had always had messed up teeth and always been insecure about it. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, I can relate to that for damn sure. I mean, and mine, it's just gotten worse and worse. In the last 5 years, I can tell a major difference in my teeth on camera and when I'm talking, and definitely when I'm eating. And oh yeah, I've got some major teeth issues going on. And you know, that's always been something that bothered me too growing up. I always had crooked teeth. But looking at my teeth now and the amount of work that I need done and how scary that is. So before people start popping in with solutions and names of dentists and you can get this and you can get that, I know I can, okay? But it's overwhelming for me right now, and it's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna take like a fund. I'm gonna have to have like a dental fund. You know, it's gonna be one of my wish list things that I can get. Probably gonna end up needing dentures because I have gum disease. I have a lot of shit going on. Crooked teeth. I have loose teeth. I have a lot going on. So anyway, but you know, I'm on it. I know that it's not healthy. I understand that. I'm very careful about what I do and how I keep my mouth clean and disinfected and all that kind of good shit. I'm up on it, okay? It's a priority. But yeah, I mean, I related to Steve-O though, because back in the day, but looking back now, no, I didn't have perfect teeth growing up, but looking back on what my teeth are doing now, even just 5 years ago, much less looking back when I was 30 or when I was 20 or 15. I always thought I had ugly teeth. Fuck the shape of the teeth as far as, no, I never had perfect little square peg teeth. No, my teeth are long. They have funny shapes. I never liked them. But looking back now, from where I'm at now, I would give anything to have the teeth that I had, even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, at 30, at 20. You know, I'll give anything to have the teeth that I thought were so ugly. I give anything to have those teeth now in the same shape that they were then. My mouth was at least healthy then. The teeth were sturdy. The gums were strong. I didn't have gum disease and receding gums, therefore making all my teeth loose. And I didn't have all the damage that I have now from crushing and biting. I'm gonna tell y'all about how my teeth got in the shape they're in now. But it's just funny how life is like that, right? I look back and I was insecure about that all those years. Even though I grew into a person who pushed through insecurity. I want to be real careful about how I fucking word that. Because to me, it's not fake it till you make it. But it is at the same time. But you can't get carried away with that fake shit. You can't get too stuck in that mode. It is fake it till you make it in a way. If you do have insecurities, that's what you gotta do. But I prefer not to look at it. Everything in this world, you can look at it from a negative ass perspective, and you can look at it with lower vibrational energy and look at it in a toxic ass way, or you can look at it from elevated perspective and you can put a positive freaking spin on anything. And I'm not talking about being delusional and taking really negative things that need your attention and need you to be accountable for those damn things and stop fronting and put some fake ass positive spin on it and do that whole toxic positivity shit. That's not what I'm talking about. So stop that shit right there. No, but I am talking about anything in this life. We do have choices. The way, it's the frequency we're on. That is what is going to determine how we see something. You can line several different people up in a row and give them a problem. And every single one of those minds are going to look at that problem and go about tackling that problem differently. And very likely there will be somebody in that lineup that won't see it as a problem at all, but will see it as an opportunity or an advantage, or their brain will see a way to make it into a positive thing. Even though they're not going into denial and being delusional, they see it for what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's all going to depend. So what's crazy about things these days is that people are getting online, they're seeing a quote, they're seeing a meme, they're taking information, and it's being explained in one context, and they're running with that, when really there are a jillion different contexts to everything. Everything in this life is going to matter. It's going to depend on what fucking context it's in. That very same thing that I just now told you might be, scratch that shit. That don't fly here in the next situation that you encounter. Might be a completely different context, different circumstances altogether, different people, different vibe altogether. And in that situation, you're not going to be able to spin it like that. You need to sit in the dark. You need to sit in the negativity. You need to feel the heavy feelings. You need to walk through that. You need to be accountable to that shit. And anything else at that point would be delusional. There may be a circumstance like that too. So you get what I'm saying. Sometimes people, we in life want to make things one size fits all. Our brains are so overloaded and so overwhelmed and in such need of control and assurance and certainty and answers that we want to take over and make everything, okay, that's either good or bad. We want to hurry up and classify and scan things because it's what we're designed to do. Instinctively in our DNA, instinctively as humans, we are designed to scan the world for threats. Okay, that's just in our self-preservation. It's a part of it. We don't need that as much anymore, but that is how we're wired. We're going to scan. A lot of times we're looking for threats. Does this person mean something against me? What is this? What's that supposed to mean? Okay, a lot of times it's not a bad thing. It's just instinctual. Human beings jump to these blah, blah, blahs. Oftentimes, I think that's why a lot of times the good people get rejected a lot. They get looked over. It's because there are some people that are still kind of in their emotional maturity and in their spiritual and emotional evolution, and where they are, even though they are older adults, where they are with their psychological development and their healing process and their whole maturity vibe. A lot of people are still living in very primal mentalities, very basic survival, self-preservation, and that especially comes a lot with hardcore addiction. Okay, that is a level that people tend to get on with that. It's going to be all about self-preservation to a very primal degree. And so what I'm saying is, you can line a whole bunch of different folks up, and it's going to be all about how they see shit. That's all there is to it. Okay? And this whole one size fits all, it's this and it's that. No, it's everything in this world. You can look at it, and you will need to relax. You will need to take time to look very deeply at it and think to yourself, there are several different perspectives. There are several different layers of things that could be going on here. Okay? There are some situations that really require that, y'all. It is what it is. But, yeah, I related to Steve-O big time about the whole teeth thing. I wish the hell I could go back, though, and have the teeth that I just had even 5 or 6 years ago. What happened to me was, like I said, I never had really perfect teeth. But even up until I was 40, I had decent teeth. They were healthy. They might have been crooked a little bit, but I wish I could have those same teeth back. I would take those any day. Just strong teeth, strong gums, where I can eat without pain, without worrying about knocking a tooth out. So I remember, I think it was 2015. I had to have 3 freaking abscess molars removed. I had 3 abscessed at one time in that summer. You talk about pain. I had been up for 3 or 4 days in head-crushing, excruciating agony. And, a lot of dentists were giving me shit about it. I got the antibiotics, of course. They gave me hydrocodone for the pain. And that is where my story would begin with addiction. I had never been addicted before 38 years of age to any substance. I didn't fuck with substances. And that is where my addiction story started, okay? But yada, yada, yada. Long story short, some dentists didn't want to fuck with it because one of them needed to be cut out. They were talking about I was going to have to go to the oral surgeon, all this shit, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I found a great freaking dentist out in West Little Rock. His name was Scott something. Homeboy hooked it up. I was so pleased with his work. I mean, he would numb those suckers up and he went in there and bap, bap, bap. I'm talking, got all 3 of them out. Gone. Pain gone. I was happy with that, even though I know when you have teeth removed like that, I had already been having molars snatched out my head for years in my 20s. Wisdom teeth getting bad. Another molar getting bad. Over here. So it's like gaps all in my back teeth. I really don't have that many back teeth left. So there went 3 more. And that was that. And that was 2015. They gave me some pain prescription. And that was the beginning of my addiction. I will be telling that story and sharing that at some point. Okay. And from there on, I just kind of kept it in the back of my mind. All right, look here, girl. Your teeth are okay for now. You got the ones all pulled out that are bad. Now, just keep them brushed, keep them flossed, take care of your teeth, and try to get you a plan. Work, get your savings right, have a fund so that you can go back to the dentist, or hopefully you'll acquire some dental insurance, you'll be all right. My teeth were fine for several years after 2015. But as time went on and me getting caught up in the busyness of life and a very, very chaotic relationship where I didn't get to focus a whole lot on my self-care, my doctor's appointments, my checkups, my teeth, my health needs, my mental health, nothing. It was very chaotic. It was a lot. There was always a lot needed of me, and I couldn't always keep up so well. It was more than one person could really keep up with sometimes, and me working and other shit going on. And so a lot of my medical and healthcare needs went to the side for a long number of years. And, what happened to me was I worked for DoorDash for several years, and I would sometimes work very, very late at night. And there was one year where I ended up homeless, and I actually was sleeping in my car a great deal. But even without that, it ain't shit for me. It runs in my blood. My mother's that way. My mother would rather go out in her car in an afternoon and take a nap in the back seat of her car where it's sunny and warm, or sit there and listen to music and write in her notepads and journals and read. Something about the car feeling like a safe bubble, I don't know. But I know other people that say the same thing. Well, I inherited some of this from her. It is not shit for me to get off work late at night, especially when I have PMS. It takes every drop of energy I've got to function when I have PMS. And I would pull up late at night and just couldn't make it in the goddamn house. I'd kill that engine, lock those fucking doors, kick that seat back, and go to sleep. Or sometimes I wouldn't intend to go to sleep, right? I would pull up, hit the locks, always hit the locks, okay? And it would be getting late, and I would sit there reading and stuff like that and pass out. Just like this, right? Okay. And sometimes I would even do that in the house. Like my mother. My mother has done this for 70-something years, which I haven't been alive that long, but all the years of my life that I can remember my mother, that's how she sleeps. She doesn't like to get in her bed. She likes to sleep on her little couch. She was that way for years and years, and she would like to sleep sitting up and kind of nod off. Almost like the anxiety disorder runs so deep in my family, in my mother and myself. I think that it's that the anxiety is so great that we have a hard time shutting ourselves off and saying, okay, we're going to lie down now and prepare for bed. Lay our head on the pillow and get ready. Now, don't get me wrong. of course, I do that most nights, especially now that I'm older. Of course, I can lay down and get into bed, especially if, I've got a partner or, but I'm just saying there's a lot of occasions where I inherited this from her. I used to do it when my kids were growing up. I would wait tables and work late at night and get in, have my shower. They'd be upstairs in their room. My bed, I had a perfectly beautiful bedroom upstairs with a big, beautiful bed that I had bought and paid for. I kept it made immaculately and beautiful all the time. Hardly ever went up there and slept in it. I was single for a lot of years. Where could you find me? Downstairs on the couch with a laptop open and the phone and the TV and passed out. Just like my mom. And this is before there were no drugs in the picture. I didn't do substances at all. This is way before that. So, yeah, it's funny the things we inherit and the reasons why. And I think it's something about our anxiety. I also used to have night terrors in my very early 20s where I didn't want to get in my bed, where my children's father would literally drag the mattress off the bed and bring it in the living room so that I could sleep more safely and soundly. A lot of times I would have to sleep sitting up. Something about it. It doesn't cause as much anxiety. Some people are just like that. They really have sleep disorders or just anxiety trying to fall asleep at night if they lay down flat or if they tell themselves they're actually going to bed. There's something weird about it or scary about it. So we'll just sit up until we pass out. And it's not good. I don't think it's good at all, but it is what it is, okay? But, I'm not saying I'm like that all the time, especially now. How my teeth got this way. Okay. I drink coffee off and on for the last, 15 years or so. And I drink it pretty much all day long. I don't guzzle it. I don't consume it in large amounts. By the end of the day, if you really added up how much of it I drank, it probably wasn't very much. But I do have a cup sitting around all the time that I'm taking a couple sips off of throughout the day, along with my water, juice, milk, whatever. But back then, I was a lot worse about it, okay? It'd be late at night. I'm still having coffee. So when you go to bed, your brain is still grinding. Your body is still going a lot of the time. And I had this grinding problem. Clenching and grinding my teeth. Chad would often say something to me about it, okay? And so that was putting all kinds of pressure down on my teeth. And I would just wake up, with my jaws hurting and my teeth hurting. And I was supposed to be wearing a bite protector. I had a rubber mouth guard, and I should have done that shit. I should have taken better care of myself and better precautions. And I wanted to. Those things were my goals. Back when I was raising my kids, and it was hard enough kind of having two kids and, thinking about, okay, what do I need to do for myself and my health? But I was used to having that kind of time to just put on me, whenever I was done with my kids, of course they had to come first, but I was used to having that extra time for me, my needs, my health, what have you. And once I got in a relationship, I thought I didn't know. I thought that I would still have that kind of functionality. I thought that it would be well balanced like that I would, give him some time and then I would have plenty of time for me in those same things. I'm doing my skincare routine. I'm, doing the things that I do that keep me healthy and running good and motivated, and because I cared about those types of things. And no, it just didn't turn out like that. Okay, the whole situation was overwhelming, and I can't be mad about it though, because I went along with things. I can't be mad about it because this is somebody I loved. And long story short though, I didn't get to put as much thought and time and energy into the things I needed to keep me healthy and sane. And it was a lot of times two completely different frequencies going on. All right. But yeah, that is when I started noticing the extreme damage to my teeth. They were already crooked on the bottom, okay, especially. I already had a bit of an overbite and some crooked down here. But not anything. I can look back at my videos talking on camera even 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Just that little crooked. I wasn't fucked up nothing about that. It's not all about teeth in this world to me. It's not all about... I had to train myself to be more confident in that. And I also want to get into that in a video. Same thing Steve-O was talking about, okay? And I want to talk about confidence and insecurities and where it starts with little shit like this and how little shit like that can make or break you, have your ass crying in the corner for your rest of your life, or little shit like that, people won't even be knowing it. They'll be thinking it's arrogance, narcissism, little shit like that that plagued you all your life will have your ass going to the top. Will have you at the top of your fucking confidence. It will have you way more driven than everybody else. Just overboard. Just like, a lot of times it's like that. People end up doing great things sometimes with their damn insecurities. Oh, let me plug this damn phone in because it's about to die. And I'm gonna be pissed. Did it plug in or what? Hello? Okay. I think it's okay. But anyway, I'm gonna clip it before it gets to 30 minutes because that's too long and I'll come back in part 2. But that's one of the main points I wanted to make, is how insecurities like that can make or break you. And a lot of times people get it all fucked up. They get it all misconstrued. It's not coming, your confidence isn't coming from arrogance. It's not coming from, you know, a lot of times they don't know it because of maybe the way you're living your life, or the way you're dressing, or the way you're speaking, or how you're presenting, or whatever the fuck it is you're doing. But a lot of times your shit is just as fucked up as they are, or just as dark, just as traumatic, just you've been through just as much hell, or if not more than they have. It's just that you chose to do something different with it. It's that you chose to take a different attitude.